Okay, so I'm just going to take you through how I edited the pictures that I took for my poster. Okay, so I used Photoshop to edit the pictures that I took for my poster. This picture of Harry, who is our femme fatale, I started off editing it using a tool called Curve, which you can see in the picture now. I just simply adjusted the arrows, things like that, and played around with it just to adjust the lighting and the intensity of the lighting. I'm not going to take you through every single step that I did when editing it. I'm just going to take you through a few vital points. So yeah, this tool basically I wanted to have sort of a deep, moody atmosphere to the photo. So this made her look a bit darker in light, as before she looked a bit lighter and more like sort of put in the spotlight. I wanted it to be a little bit darker atmosphered. And then this also increased the shadows on her face and around her hair as well. Sort of increased the shadowy and deep look around there, which is something that I really wanted to have on my poster. I wanted to have a deep, dark and shadowy atmosphere, as that was quite a strong point and strong convention of film noirs. Okay, and the next step that I did was correcting some of the blemishes on her face. Not that she had loads in the first place, not at all. It was just to make the picture look more professional and clear, of a better quality. So as you can see, I've zoomed right into her face in this screenshot, and I've just gone around her face, deleting some of the really red areas and just the bits that looked a bit uneven on her face. Also with this tool, I corrected a bit around her mouth where she had smudged a bit of her lipstick. I thought this didn't look very professional either, so I just corrected that and placed it with a bit of skin colour just to touch that up. Okay, so with this picture of George, who is our detective, I used the colour balance tool on Photoshop and just adjusted the colours. I wanted to make it look a bit more bluey toned, not like obvious blue colour, but I just wanted to have like an underlying tone of blue, with a bluey sort of grey colour, which you probably can't see when looking straight at it, but it just gave it a sort of like a cool, sort of clear effect, I thought, which could relate to his cool, calm and sensible character that he is. I also used the brightness and contrast tool. With this, I increased the brightness only slightly, just to give it more of a clearer and a better effect to the image. I increased the contrast quite a bit. This created sort of like a deeper, darker tone around the edges of his face and in his hair as well, just to add to the whole film noir, shadowy, deep, dark atmosphere effect. I was pretty pleased with how this image turned out. Okay, so then I just wanted to edit a picture that I took of all three of the main characters together as the singular shots of the three of them. If I found it hard putting them all together as one picture, I could always just resort back to this one where they're standing all together. Okay, so I sort of, first of all, increased the contrast of the image to give a deeper and darker atmosphere, which increased the intensity of the shadows. I upped the contrast slightly. This just made it a bit more lighter and more clearer to look at. And then using the curves tool, as you can see in this screenshot here, I just adjusted it to make it lighter, more suited, and look much better. And I think I was quite happy with how it turned out. Finally, I did also actually decrease the saturation, as I didn't want it to be too bright and in your face with the colours. I wanted it to be sort of an underlying grey, dark atmosphere, which again links in with the conventions of a film noir, and I thought it would suit our poster really well and give the audience an idea of what type of film it is.